This is a story from the land of Nod. Hi, my name is Annie and I create everything that you see and hear here at Land of Nod. If you would like to support the work that I do, please consider going to patreon.com/Land of Nod Learning. Thank you. The Rooster, the Mouse, and the Little Red Hen. Once upon a time there was a hill, and on the hill there was a pretty little house. It had one little green door and 4 little windows with green shutters, and in there lived a rooster and a mouse and a little red hen. Close by was another house. It was very ugly. It had a door that wouldn't shut and had 2 broken windows, and all the paint was off its shutters. And in this house there lived a bold bad fox and 4 bad little foxes. One morning these 4 bad little foxes came to the big bad fox and said,
"Oh, Father, we are so hungry. We had nothing to eat yesterday,"
said one.
"and scarcely anything the day before that,"
said another.
"and only half a chicken the day before that,"
said the third.
"and only 4 little ducks the day before that,"
said the fourth. The bad fox shook his head for some time, for he was thinking. At last he said in a big gruff voice,
"On the hill over there I see a house, and in that house there lives a rooster."
"And a mouse,"
screamed 2 of the little foxes.
"and a little red hen,"
screamed the other 2.
"And they are nice and fat,"
went the big bad fox.
"This very day I'll take my great sack, and I will go up that hill, and in that door, and into my sack I will put the rooster, the mouse, and that little red hen."
"I'll make a fire to roast the rooster,"
said one little fox.
"I'll put on the saucepan to boil the hen,"
said the second.
"I'll get the frying pan to fry the mouse,"
said the third.
"and I'll have the biggest helping when they are all cooked,"
said the fourth, who was the greediest little fox of all. So the 4 little foxes jumped for joy, and the big bad fox went to get his sack ready to start upon his journey. But what was happening to the rooster and the mouse and the little red hen? Well, sad to say, the rooster and the mouse had both got out of bed on the wrong side that morning. The rooster said the day was too hot, and the mouse grumbled because it was too cold. They came grumbling down to the kitchen, where the good little red hen, looking as bright as a sunbeam, was bustling about.
"Buck, buck, who will get some sticks to light the fire with?"
she asked.
"I shan't,"
said the rooster.
"I shan't,"
said the mouse.
"Then I'll do it myself,"
said the little red hen. So she ran away to get the sticks.
"And now, who will fill the kettle from the spring?"
she asked.
"I shan't,"
said the rooster.
"I shan't,"
said the mouse.
"Then I'll do it myself,"
said the little red hen. And off she ran to fill the kettle.
"And who'll get the breakfast ready?"
she asked, as she put the kettle on to boil.
"I shan't,"
said the rooster.
"I shan't,"
said the mouse.
"Then I'll do it myself,"
said the little red hen. All breakfast time the rooster and the mouse quarrelled and grumbled. The rooster upset the milk jug, and the little mouse scattered crumbs all over the floor.
"And who's going to clear away this breakfast?"
asked the poor little red hen, hoping they would soon leave off being so cross.
"I shan't,"
said the rooster.
"I shan't,"
said the mouse.
"Then I'll do it myself,"
said the little red hen. So she cleared everything away, swept up the crumbs, and brushed up the fireplace.
"And now, who's going to make the beds?"
"I shan't," said the rooster.
"I shan't,"
said the mouse.
"Then I'll do it myself,"
said the little red hen, and she tripped away up the stairs. But the lazy rooster and the mouse each sat down in a comfortable armchair by the fire, and soon both fell fast asleep. Now the bad fox had crept up the hill and into the garden, And if the rooster and mouse hadn't been asleep, they would have seen his sharp eyes peeping in at the window. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. The fox knocked at the door.
What can that be?
Said the mouse, half opening his eyes.
Go and look for yourself if you want to know,
said the rude rooster.
It's the postman, perhaps,
thought the mouse to himself.
And he may have a letter for me.
So without waiting to see who it was, he lifted the latch and opened the door. As soon as he opened it, in jumped the big bad fox with a cruel smile upon his face.
Oh, no,
screamed the mouse as he tried to run up the chimney.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo,
screamed the rooster as he jumped on the back of the biggest armchair. But the fox only laughed, and without more ado he took the little mouse by the tail and popped him into the bag, and seized the rooster by the neck and popped him in too. Then the poor little red hen came running down the stairs to see what all the noise was about, and the fox caught her and put her in the bag with the others. Then he took a long piece of string out of his pocket, wound it round and round and around the mouth of the sack, and tied it very tight indeed. After that he threw the sack over his back, and off he set down the hill.
Oh, I wish I hadn't been so cross,
said the rooster as they went bumping about.
Oh, I wish I hadn't been so lazy,
said the mouse, wiping his eyes with the tip of his tail.
Well, it's never too late to mend,
said the little red hen.
Look, and don't be too sad. See, here I have my little work bag, and in it there is a pair of scissors, and a little thimble, and a needle and thread. Very soon you will see what I am going to do.
Now the sun was very hot, and Mr. Fox was very tired from all his labour. He soon began to feel his sack was heavy, and at last he thought he would lie down under a tree and go to sleep for a little while. So he threw the sack down with a big bump, and very soon fell fast asleep. Snore, 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 went the fox. As soon as the little red hen heard this, she took out her scissors and began to snip a hole in the bag, just large enough for the mouse to creep through.
Quick,
she whispered.
Run as fast as you can and bring back a stone just as large as yourself.
Out scampered the mouse, and soon came back, dragging a stone after him.
Push it in here,
said the little red hen, and he pushed it in a twinkling. And then the little red hen snipped away at the hole. Soon it was large enough for the rooster to get through.
Quick,
she said.
Run and get a stone as big as yourself.
And out flew the rooster, and soon came back quite out of breath with a big stone, which he pushed into the little sack too. Then the little red hen popped out, got a stone as big as herself, and pushed it in. Next she put on her thimble, took out her needle and thread, and sewed up the hole as quickly as ever she could. When it was done, the rooster and the mouse and the little red hen ran home very fast, shut the door after them, drew the bolts, shut the shutters, and drew down the blinds, until they felt quite safe. The big bad fox lay asleep under the tree for some time, but at last he woke up.
Dear, dear,
he said, rubbing his eyes and then looking at the long shadows on the grass.
How late it is getting. I must hurry home.
So the bad fox went grumbling and groaning down the hill till he came to a stream. Splash! In went one foot. Splash! In went the other. But the stones in the sack were so heavy that at the very next step down tumbled Mr. Fox into a deep pool. And then the fishes carried him off to their fairy caves and kept him a prisoner there, so he was never seen again. And the 4 greedy little foxes had to go to bed without any supper. But the rooster and the mouse never grumbled again. They lit the fire, filled the kettle, laid the breakfast, and did all the work, while the good little red hen had a holiday and sat resting in the big armchair. No foxes ever troubled them again, and for all I know, they are still living happily in the little house with the green door and the green shutters, which stands upon the hill. The end.